Okay, now that we've created our work order, I'm going to show the process for changing the different statuses and then also completing it. Now this is what it would look like if you were doing it in the web. Of course, on your phone, you have the same drop-down menus, the same options, and so the technician would see the same things. But we're just going to show for now what it looks like if, for example, you didn't use smartphones with your technicians in the field and they called in their statuses or texted their statuses. Okay, so I have my work order here, and I'm going to go ahead and click the little arrow drop down here and pick it up. Now notice once I pick it up, it's going to come off this list here of red. It's still flagged here because it's an emergency work order that we had sent out, so it still has a red exclamation point next to it. But now notice it's blue, so it's picked up. If I look at it on the dispatching board here, it's going to pull up and it's going to show it to me as blue as well. All right. So I have this blue here. So then we're going to go ahead in here and say we're en route to this work order. We're going to give it a little bit of time here. Again, notice this, the blue changed. If you highlight over any of these, it does give you the reason why. So emergency, it would give you the reason why. If I put it on hold and I highlight over here, it would tell me the reason why I was on hold. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and start this work order. So they got there, they checked in, hey, I'm at the job, I'm here. Okay, so on the work order itself, if I open it up, notice that down in the right-hand side, because I do have the time tracking module, it does track for me the en route time and the work time posted to this work order. It would also track for me when the secondary techs checked in and checked out of the job, so the en route time and the start time. Okay. So let's go back to our work order view. And we're going to let them work on the work order for just a couple more seconds here. Okay, notice how on the dispatching board, again, let's go ahead and refresh this. And it's a setting to decide how often you want it to refresh, but it's green now because it's showing that we're a go on this job. So we're actually working on this job now. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mark this as completed. The tech called in, he said, I'm all done with it. He said, I fixed these common problems. Those are good. If he worked on any piece of equipment, we could add the piece of equipment here as needed. Then we have our repair categories because we have this set up. What is our repair category and what is our repair code? And then we can put in here any custom detailed description of the work finished. Now the work finished here, of course, it is something that shows up on the work order. So you want to make sure that it is a friendly message because the customers do have the opportunity to see it. Also, it is a setting to decide if you want that work description to flow through onto the invoice too. So I can say finished all the work, no more burning smell, and power is restored. Okay, and then I can say okay. So now that work order comes off of my pending work order list here. If I go to my completed work orders, I would see it on my completed work order list right there. And I also see when it was completed. I can also go into my dispatch board now and do a refresh, and you would see it turns to gray because that's just showing that we have completed that work order. Okay, so that is how to go through the process and the statuses of finishing out a work order.